What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to Schoolboy to Superstar with Borussia Dortmund. Today we have Wolfsburg and RB Leipzig in the Bundesliga. Wolfsburg are 5th, Leipzig are 4th. These are two good teams that are going to be good competition for us. They're doing all right in the league. Leipzig only 5 points behind us, Wolfsburg 7, so not out of it yet. We are at the top of the table, plus 19 goal difference, 29 points, 1 point ahead of Bayern Munich. So the season's going pretty well, but unfortunately, we have lost our best player, our highest average rating, most assist player. Jadon Sancho has broken his foot. He's out 2 to 3 months, I believe. 2 to 3 months. So that is a killer. He's a long-term option at this club. He's a player I want to be here when we win the Champions League with a fully homegrown team. So it stinks to see him missing time. It only hurt his development, so that's really unfortunate, but we'll deal with it the best we can. Fortunately, some other players have stepped up and been pretty well in his absence, even though he actually just got hurt after their last game against Jena. But since I saw you, we've been playing really well. 4 wins and 4 clean sheets. Started off Stuttgart, Julian Brandt scoring a goal. Brandt has been in fantastic form. He's the one that's really stepped up. Like, he's keeping Marco Reus out of the team until Sancho got injured. So, yeah, he's been doing really well. He gets the goal this game. Then played Werder Bremen, beat them 3-0. Brandt with a brace, Giovanni Reina with a goal. Holland, I think, had a slight injury, so he was out this game. So Royce played up top, and he did all right, but it was mostly the Julian Brandt show. Then played Union Berlin, beat them 3-0. Not the hardest little group of games to have, but good test nonetheless. We're going to play a little bit more backups. Petty played this game. Bellingham and Reina obviously started. So still a strong squad, but a 3-0 win. Bellingham with a goal. Brandt with another goal. And Erling Haaland finally getting a goal. He's not been as good as I expected. He's our leading goal scorer still. He's got 11 goals, so he's doing all right, but I expected him to light the game up, but he's been okay. I'm sure he'll get better, too. We then played Jena, and you might expect us to just absolutely destroy them because they're like a 4th division team or something. The Regionalliga Nordost, which I think is the 4th division, which isn't in the game. So you think we'd destroy them. We only beat them 1-0, but if you look at the squad we played all of the kids. Literally all of the kids. Van de Voort played, Paslak, Papetti, Kachuk, Calafiori, Nico, Bellingham, Reina, Jorge, Knopf, and Mukoko played. Mukoko is going to be in the team now. He's finally 16. He's finally registered. So he's going to be in and around the first team squad, playing games at 16 years old. He looks just ridiculous for 16. He's going to be the best player in the world in 2-3 years. And I am ready for it. So I'm going to give him as much game time as I can. But yeah, only a 1-0 win. Petty scoring the goal. Knopf, if you don't know who he is, he's the player that was at the club when we started. He's got 5-star potential, 2-star current ability. 18 years old. He could be really good. So I like the look of him. So we've got quite a few good potential players at this team. Enough players to fill every position. I don't know if Kyle Jorge's my obvious right wing starter, but obviously that'd be Jadon Sancho. So, but I just want to give Jorge some game time. So, yeah, if you put Sancho in there, that's a full first team squad. Maybe Nico wouldn't really be a defensive midfielder. I played him a defensive midfield in this case as a defensive midfielder on support, which he can do. He doesn't have the best tackling, marking, positioning, but he's big. He's strong. He can do defensive midfielder position. He knows it well. He's more of a playmaker, but I think he could play there. So, yeah, it's a full team. Calafiori, Kachuk, Papetti. And I do need a right back. Paslak doesn't have a whole lot of potential. Only 3-star potential, so I do need to get a right back at some point. Obviously, we're set everywhere else, so we've done well to build a good team. We've actually are in the January transfer window, and I asked the team for more money, and they gave it to me. We have $22 million in terms of transfer budget to spend, $93K per week, so we can bring in some more wonder kids. If you look at our short list for the 2020 signings, these are the guys we have left on here that we can sign this year, bring in this window, and they can be homegrown at club. Nuno Mendes being the headliner, but he's going to be like $80 million, and we don't have that kind of money. So I don't think we're going to be able to bring in Nuno Mendes, unfortunately. We've got Calafiori, though, so we've got a good option there at left back. Obviously, Mendes is better. He's the best fullback youngster in the game, but we're not going to be able to bring him in for this one. I'm scouting some other players to see if they're going to be good options for us. Jan Thielman's a guy I'm looking at, but I don't know exactly what his potential is. I don't know if he has 4.5 or 5-star potential. And he is German, though, which is why I'm really interested in him. I'm also interested in Kareem Adeyemi, but all these teams have asked what they would sell their players for, and they said it'd be a high price. That's all they said. The price would be very high. If we look at Adeyemi and go ask agent about availability, a high fee may be required, as I believe Red Bull Salzburg may not be willing to sell. That's the case for every single player other than Nuno Mendes, Alan Velasco, which I don't even know how good he is. He's at most a 4-star potential player, I think. So I don't think I'll be bringing him in. And Oscar Aranda, which could be signed on a free, but if we sign him on a free, he wouldn't join until after he turns 19. So that's not an option. Also, he only has 4-star potential at most. So I don't think I'll be signing him, but Sturgio is a guy I really like that I would like to sign, but I don't know if they'll let me. Obviously, Grafenberch would be amazing. I might loan in Nianzou just to keep loaning him in, hopefully, and get him homegrown from loans, and then maybe sign him on a free or on a permanent deal. Hatteran would be a guy that I'd like. Busio is an American. I don't know how good he is for this club. I think he'd probably only be 4-star potential at most. I'm scouting him. But, yeah, they don't want to sell him either. So, Bello is an option. Wood is an actually interesting option because he's just stupid fast for a center back. Doesn't have the best strength or heading, but he's 6'2" with that kind of pace and acceleration. That's got me interested. So, he's been scouted too. So, he is 4.5-star potential. So he's pretty good, but again, they don't want to sell. And even if I did buy him, I don't think, unless I could take over the loan, which I can't even ask to take over the loan deal, I would not be able to get him until he's 19. So I don't think he's going to be an option. But yeah, I'll just work on these guys, see if I can find somebody, find a team willing to sell one of these guys. Currently, they're not willing, but we'll work on them. We also can look at some of our 2021 signings. There's a few end-of-contract signings we're looking for. Baez is a guy we've gone in for already. I've offered him a contract, but so have Fulham, so we should be able to win him over Fulham. He's got like 4-star potential, I think. Yeah, 4-star potential at most, but as a freebie, that's a good signing. Boving is another guy I'm scouting. I don't know how good he is. So if he has 4-star potential as well, I'll probably look to sign him on a free. They're both 17, so they'll come in before they turn 19. Then I might look at some more 2021 signings just to see if I can get them in a little bit early. Camavinga, obviously, I won't be able to afford this season. Maybe next season. I'm shooting for next season being able to afford him. Because I would love to bring him into this team. Then I can move Nico to be like a backup midfielder option that can play defensive midfield or central midfield. Camavinga being my full-time defensive midfielder. That would be perfect. So he's somebody I'd love to bring in. I'd love to bring in most of these players. They've all got good potential. Bright Area MB is another German who I'd like to bring in. Could loan him in as well to try to get that loan to buy. Let's actually add him to the loan to buy list because I do have a list for that. Short list for loan to buy options. Bright Airbnb is going to be one of those. Anyone else wanting to be loaned? There's a lot of players on this list. I don't know how good all of them are. I'll scout them later. I don't need to scout them right now because they're not immediate signings. But let's say Xiao is getting a loan offer from Ghent. I think I've already scouted him though, and he's not really that good. Only 4-star potential at most. So he looks pretty decent though for 18. But I don't know. He would be a right inverted winger, which we've got Jadon Sancho. So he could play left. I don't know. I don't want two Trek Artista. I was going to say he could play a Trek Artista on the left, but yeah, I don't really want two Treks. I would love to get Yunus Musa. He would be perfect because he's an American, which is pretty cool, and he can play central midfield or on the right wing. Anywhere, really. He can play any of these attacking positions, and he's pretty dang good. His passing isn't really there, but he has everything else for 18. But they don't want to sell him. I think they also say a high fee will be required, so I don't know if I'll be able to get any of these guys, but I'm going to try. Especially Yusuf Demir. I know he has really good potential, so I'll try to bring him in for sure. But in terms of the squad for this game, we apply our opposition instructions. This is the squad I'm going with. Royce is going to be taking Sancho's spot. Brandt's going to keep his spot on the left because he's been playing magnificently. Bellingham and Morena ahead of Emre Can. Kanji's going to have to play because Zagadou is suspended. So he comes in. Munier at right back. Pretty much a normal squad for us. So it's going to be tough. So I want my best squad out there. We're having to have some backups on the bench. Kachup's going to have to be on the bench. Jorge on the bench. Mukoko on the bench. Hopefully I can get a good win. Be up like 3-0 so I can bring on Mukoko just for a run out. That's what I like. Hopefully we can beat some good teams like that so we can bring in Mukoko and give him a bunch of game time. Let's get into it. See how we do against Wolfsburg. I'm going to say, come on, lads. Show me what we can do to keep our run going. I don't want to say we should win the game because it's going to be difficult. I'm not going to put too many expectations on them for this game, but I think we can win. Title chasers Bayern Munich are enacting against Mainz 05, and they want a victory to keep up in their hunt for the trophy. What do you make of their chances in this match? They should win this one easily. It's never ideal to lose players to suspension, of course, but is it perhaps easier when Dan Axel Zagadou misses out on what many people consider a much more comfortable match for Dortmund? If you think this is an easy match, you're an idiot, is what I would like to say. They're 5th in the league. They're a good team. We have to respect them. We might be top of the league, but we're not top by that much. So we can't take them easily. Gila Vogi's playing center back for them. That's interesting. I know he's naturally a defensive midfielder. Playing in the back three. Weghorst obviously is the danger man up top. Really tall, really good at heading. Hummels is good in the air. Kanji's okay in the air. Absolutely nothing has happened so far. Our first highlight is in the 34th minute. It's going to be a throw-in for Meunier, and he's going to lose the ball to Bracalo. Brooks with the ball over the top. There's no one there to run onto it, so Hummels is going to pick it up eventually. Put it into Roman Berkey. Up to Bellingham. I really hope Bellingham and Reyna can have a couple good games. They've been okay so far this season. I believe Reyna won Young North American Footballer of the Year, something like that. Some award kind of like that. As Julian Brandt continues his amazing form, scoring another goal across from Meunier, and Brandt cutting in at the far post, just taps it into an empty net. Meunier with a good cross, gets to the byline, puts a cross in, and Brandt just gets his foot on it, slides it into the back of the net. Unstoppable, Jeff. What a goal that is. And that's going to be halftime. It's going to be one highlight in the first half, and it's been all of us so far. 7 shots, 4 on target. They don't have a shot yet. They've had the possession slightly, but we've had all the chances. Randa picked up an injury. It's just like a bloody lower leg, something like that. So I think he'll be all right to keep on. Just put a bandage on it. I'm going to say, got to guard against complacency now. Don't think the job is done. Kanji hates it for whatever reason. I'm going to say there's a lot more to come from you, and he does not care. Hopefully we can see some more from Holland, because he's not impressed me like I thought he would. He's been just average. Obviously 11 goals is pretty decent, but he's not the leading goal scorer, and that's what I expect from Erling Haaland. I expect him to be the leading goal scorer in the competition. Well, at least fighting with Robert Lewandowski for leading goal scorer. Don't foul him. Good. Make him shoot from that angle. Don't foul. They foul them so many times, and it's so infuriating because they're never going to score from there. So just force them to shoot. They'll either shoot into the side netting or right at the goalkeeper. Roy's going to head that on, and no one's going to get on the end of it. So that's the end of the highlight. At least we're getting highlights, though. Didn't have to wait 30 minutes like we did last time, but might have to wait 30 minutes now. Royce with the corner now. Put in for a Kanji. He's going to head it, but just over the outside of the bar. Close, but no cigar. That rhymed. Just, I don't know. Am I a rhymester now? I don't know what that is, but I feel like I'm one of them. As Bellingham's tired, Reyna's still... Oh, and range is off. Okay. It shouldn't be that bad because it's a bloody lower leg. It's not a serious injury. It's just probably too bloody, so he had to come off. I don't know. Bring on Dahoud. Bellingham's really tired too, and he's not playing well. Holland is playing terribly. I just don't understand him. I'm going to bring Chan on. Bring on Delaney. Move Chan to Mazzala. Make those 2 subs. Tell the team to focus. Royce is tired. He's played well, though. I don't really want to take him off, but I'll bring on Thorgan Hazard. Taking Holland off. Bring on Yusuf Moukoko. His dynamism, maybe can get something done in this last couple minutes. Maybe on a counterattack. Maybe just pressing the opposition. You know, he provides more legs than Erling Haaland currently has. A little bit tired, so hopefully this isn't going to be their goal, because they've done nothing all game. If they get a goal now, Nordveit just puts it just wide of the post. I had my butthole clenched, because that was close. If we don't get out of this game with a win, I'll be very disappointed, because we've been the dominant team. They have 5 shots, none on target. Brandt with another goal. He is the danger man right now. Julian Brandt is our most informed player. I did not expect that when I started this season, that the best player on the team would be Julian Brandt. I know usually, like most FM saves, they want to sell him at the beginning of the save. Like, he's transfer listed at the beginning. I had to untransfer list him because I don't want to sell him because he can do stuff like this. He's on a hat trick now, and I don't think he's going to get it because there's no time left, but I need to make my last sub too, and I don't know who I'm going to sub off. I don't want to sub off Brant because he's on a hat trick. Guess I'll sub off Guerrero. Actually, no. Sub off Akanji so I can bring in Kachuk. Give him like 30 seconds to play. Better than no seconds. And it's going to be 2-0. Good victory against his team 5th in the table. Just played them out of the park. They didn't have a single shot on target. We didn't have crazy high XG, but we basically deserved our 2 goals. End up with the possession lead in the end. Julian Brandt is the hero. Good win, boys. Well done. I'm not going to be too over the top because it wasn't a fantastic performance, but it was a solid performance. How do you think the two teams fared against each other from a tactical perspective? I learned a lot, which is a good thing. I'll go away and think about how you can react to what unfolded out there. You prevented Wolfsburg from mustering as much as a single shot on target. Does this perhaps show just how dominant you were here? I'm very happy with our defensive play. We had a good shape, good organization, and we were decisive in every way. Good defensive performance from us. Another clean sheet. Reina is out 4 to 10 days with a gashed lower leg. That seems like a lot for a gashed lower leg, but okay, he's going to miss our next game. Mounier is the man of the match with 2 assists. Passing, I guess, was a joy to behold. 5 key passes. That's pretty good for a fullback. So next we've got RB Leipzig. It's going to be in 7 days, so actually Reina might be back. There's a pretty big break between these 2 games, so we'll see. He's going to be on the edge. If he's not back, I'll start Dahoud or Chan or somebody. Probably Chan. So I'll play to that point, but I'll see you in 7 days for our match against RB Leipzig. Back a little bit early because we have a couple of news items. First, we have made a signing on our end of contract. Damien Canado from Barcelona, a Spanish 17-year-old, will be joining on a free. He looks okay for a center back. He's got pretty good pace, supposedly, 13 to 17, 6'4". So I don't have him fully scouted. We don't know exactly what his potential is. I believe it's at least 3.5 stars. So that's good enough for me for a free signing. And yeah, for a free signing, I couldn't turn it down. 2 stars right now, supposedly. So good young option at center back. Could be some depth for us. But then I got the shock that Omer Beaz chose Fulham over Dortmund. That's a head scratcher. I mean, I guess he's going to get he's more likely to get game time there, but he's not going to develop like he could at Dortmund. Like, he could turn into a world-class player at Dortmund. He's never going to be a world-class player with Fulham. He's destined to just be an average Premier League player now. That decision makes no sense to me. But the way you see Dortmund developing youngsters, why would you not choose to go to Dortmund? It doesn't make any sense. So we lost him to Fulham, but whatever. He's got a 4-star potential, so it's not like we're missing out on a huge 5-star potential wonder kid. He would take some development. He's got good vision, composure, determination. He's driven, so he probably will develop, but he's terrible defensively, so that's not a huge loss. He's probably better as an attacking midfielder, which we don't really use right now. So I'm okay with it. I'm not going to be too upset, but that just doesn't make sense to me. We are almost to the Leipzig match, but if Dan Axel Zagadou gets a cold, he can be sent home. I'll see you when I get there. It's going to be a couple minutes for me. And we are back on the day of the RB Leipzig match. Before we get there, I had a couple of news items I want to share. Berkey's on the verge of a Dortmund clean sheet milestone. He has 14 clean sheets so far. The Dortmund record is 15. We're in January. The beginning of January. And Roman Berkey can set the clean sheet record. 14 clean sheets in 20 appearances so far. 9 conceded in 20 appearances. Maybe I don't need a new goalkeeper. We are just destroying it. And the other one I had is a new signing, Tomas Araujo, another center back, this time from Benfica. Again, he looks pretty solid. Solid mentals, solid physicals, solid technicals. I don't know all of his attributes. I don't know his potential, but for free, it's just a lucky dip. If he's good, great. If he's not, who cares? I'll sell him on for a profit. So there's no reason not to make signings like that. He's going to come in. He is 18, but I think he won't be 19. Actually, oh dang, I didn't realize. Is he going to be able to come in time? May 16th. When does the transfer window open? I might have made a mistake here. Rules. No, he's not going to be able to come in time, so he's going to be too old. So I just wasted a signing. I'll just sell him on for profit, I guess. Yeah, he won't be able to get in until July 1st. So, yeah, 2 months after he turns 19. I don't know how I made that mistake. Usually I've been pretty good about it. I haven't made any other mistakes so far, but yeah. He's going to be too old for us, so that's unfortunate, but actually, can I buy him now? How much can I buy him now for? $35K. I guess I'll just buy him now, so now we don't have to worry. He's going to be homegrown at club now because he's now our player. That's fine, that works. He's 1.5 star potential right now, 3.5 star potential, or 1.5 star current ability, 3.5 star potential. 35K. I'm going to make more than 35K on him probably. That's a solid signing. Just a player that can fill out the youth team. I don't mind that. If we go back up to the top, we sign Araujo. Let's do this. He will be a ball-playing defender on defend. What does he need most? Strength. Work on strength. I always like to work on their physical ability when they're younger because they don't really grow as they're older. Welcome Tomas Araujo to the club. Now let's get into the game against RB Leipzig. Let's look at the team selection we're going to go with. Reina is not fit for this match, so Chan's going to play there, and I'm going to bring in Witzel. And who's going to come on the bench? I don't have another midfielder here. Rainier can actually play in the midfield, so he'll come in, swap in the Witzel. So I think this is the squad I'm going with. Mounier played well last game. Hummels and Akanji have played well together. Actually, we'll change. Zagadu's going to come on the bench for Kachuk. So I have him off the bench, but the way Akanji's playing, I can't sit him right now. He's playing better than Zagadu in the last 5, so we can go with Akanji. Guerrero's not played well this season. He's not played well at all this season, so I don't know what I'm going to do with him. I guess I'll keep him for now. I mean, he should be good. He looks good. He looks a very good attacking player. Good passing, good crossing, dribbling, first touch. I guess it's defensive ability that just lets him down and makes him never get good ratings. But I think this is the squad I'm going with. Brandt has to start. Royce is probably my only other option. I could play Hazard, but I'd rather play Royce. So Holland needs to step it up. Only a 6.88 in his last 5. That's not good enough. So hope we can see better here today. I'm going to say the media have given you a lot of credit lately, so go out there and put on a worthy display. Everyone's motivated. Let's get into it. Has the strong atmosphere around the club contributed to the strong run of form? A happy squad is the winning squad and vice versa. RB Leipzig's current struggles have them 14th in the Bundesliga form table. Is this a chance to pile on the misery? We should be in a position. Actually, only a fool would disregard their ability in favor of form. They're a good team who are likely to be dangerous in trying to arrest this slide. Dang, so they're in bad form. They've only won 2 of their last 5. They've also lost 2 and drawn 1, so they're in so-so form. They've got a new signing, Lianco, in the team. We've won our last 5. We've won quite a few games in a row. We have, what, 5 or 6 clean sheets in a row? So that's pretty dang good. Bayern Munich, we could go 3 points clear of Bayern Munich today. They must have only drawn their last game. Because we were, I think we can, they must have lost, I don't know. Did they draw their last game? I just suck at math. They drawn their last 2 games. Oh no, that was a friendly. So yeah, they drew their last game. That's what I thought. I don't know if I was doing bad math or what, but I am smart as. And we're going to have a highlight here. About the 12th minute, Emre Can, a orange ball for some reason. There's no snow, no rain, no weather at all, but they have an orange ball for whatever reason. That's interesting. Well, it's easy to see now. It's bright fluorescent orange. Emre Can threw on goal, but he's not going to be able to score from that tight angle. But Bellingham is going to pick up the ball and smash it into the back of the net. Jude Bellingham, the 17-year-old. I think he's 17. A nice strike there. The ball fortuitously found its way to his feet. That's the word, feet. And he did not make a mistake. He put it into the top left corner. Keeper can't get there. And we go 1-0 up in about the 13th minute. Great start to this game so far. They've had the possession lead, but we've had all the chances. They don't have a shot yet. That's exactly what I like to see. I have a highlight here about the 30th minute. It's going to be a corner put into Haaland, and Haaland's going to score a goal. Just what I was looking for, an Erling Haaland goal. That's why even if you do a near post corner, always have somebody attacking the far post. Not lurking on the far post, attacking the far post. Because that puts them in positions like this, where they can get an overhit, or they can get a headed-on ball. I get so many goals from that. I get so many goals from that far post runner that you have to do it. My near post corner works so well. You can score from those guys at the near post. You can score from the guy at the far post. Usually, you can sometimes score from the guy attacking from the edge as well. So you get a variety of goal scores. There's about 4 different goal score potentials with this corner. And I like it. I think it's a really good set piece. I'm going to say I'm happy with the way things are going. Keep it up. I'll show you, I'll show you the set piece here. Attacking corners. Just a near post. You got... Actually, I don't want him... Oh, it's because he's not usually attacking midfield right, but whatever, I'll keep it for now. I like to have one person coming short, but he puts it in towards the near post. Have your best header standing on the near post, lurking at the near post. Your second best header attacking the near post. Your either striker or best technique and finishing player attacking the far post. Also helps if they're good at heading because sometimes the ball has to be headed in from the back post. And then have a good, tall, strong defender attacking the edge. And always have someone good first touch and long shots and passing on the edge of the area. So definitely Julian Brandt classifies as that. Then your last player just sitting in the middle. He doesn't really do anything. He's just a floater, really. I don't really see him getting any goals. He's just there if the ball gets knocked down. So that's the corner. Let's get into the second half. 2-0 lead. See if we can add on to that. Nothing has happened this half. We're now in the 80th minute and have our first highlight. I'm okay with no highlights. We're leading 2-0. No highlights is fine by me. They brought in Alexander Sorloth. Limer's coming down this right-hand side. And he's going to look to get a ball in. He's going to put an early ball in for Sorloth. He's going to head it directly to Berkey. I want to keep our clean sheet if that's all possible. We're on balance, so we shouldn't have an issue there. Bellingham's tired. He has his goal, but I might take him off. Bring on... Oh, who is that? Was that Haaland to hit the post? So close from, I believe, Erling Haaland. Going to bring Witsel on, actually, as a Mazzala. A little bit more defensively solid than the other two options. Actually, I could have brought in Rainier. We have a big advantage. He hasn't played much football. I'll take Emre Can out, bring in Rainier. I want to see him get a little bit of more football. Just so they don't recall him. I don't think they will. I don't know if they even can. Because he was a deal already agreed at the start of the season. And usually those, you don't have the option of recalling them. So we got quite a few more subs to make. Let's just make some time-wasting subs. Just see if we can get through this game without, conceding. That would be nice. Bring in a more defensive option at left back. Schultz is I don't know if he's really that much more defensive, but he's a player. Haaland, going to take him off. He's played well, but Yusufa Moukoko, giving him as much game time as possible. He can get 4 minutes here. 4 minutes he wouldn't have gotten otherwise, so I don't see anything wrong with that. It's not going to hurt his development. It can only help it. Unless they score 2 goals and I cry, but they might score 1. Is Sorloth, who missed that. Schultz absolutely missed the interception. And we lose our clean sheet because Schultz is an idiot. I never should have taken off Guerrero. What an absolute just travesty by Schultz. Ball directly to his feet, and he just... What happened? I don't even know what happened. Just let it go through and let Sorloth get in the end of it. Now they've got another highlight. I don't like this. No, please not, Football Manager. Please do not do this to me. I'm not going to tell him anything yet because I need to see what if I need to be mad or telling him to focus. If we can score now, that'd be great. Witsel threw on goal. Got to score it, and he does. Praise the team now because they've got the goal. They've got the 3-1 advantage. They've got their 2-goal advantage back, but it sucks we had to concede a goal. We've gone on a good stretch without conceding, so I wanted that to continue, but unfortunately Schultz is an idiot. But we get our goal back anyways. Witsel with a nice run from deep, playing a role he doesn't really play that often as the Mazzala. Not really perfectly suited for it either, but he did all right there. And that's going to be how the game ends. A 3-1 win to Dortmund. We've beaten 2 teams in the top 5. And I believe they've actually swapped positions with Wolfsburg. Well, I think Wolfsburg have gone up to 4th now, and RB Leipzig are 5th. We say well done. That was a good win. Team played well. Brandt didn't have the best game of his career, but he's been so good recently. I can't say anything about a game off for him. It has to be a satisfying win for you. I saw plenty of good things out there, and that's particularly satisfying. You have just managed to extend your unbeaten run, and the team looks almost invincible in the league right now. Do you think you can keep this form going? We're confident and we believe in ourselves. Anything is possible. Is there a chance that overconfidence and complacency could become an issue here? I don't worry about that. This is a fantastic group of players, and they're so determined to keep going. Absolutely. turn dominance into victory against RB Leipzig. Next, we've got Mainz, who are in 15th, so that should be a comfortable win. Then Leverkusen, that's going to be a little bit more difficult. Where are they in the league? Leverkusen are 6th, so another kind of Europa League caliber squad. So Augsburg are they always overperform. I don't know why, but I always notice Augsburg are always in the Champions League spots or the Europa League spots. Every single save I do. I don't know why they overperform so much because their players don't look that good. But like their key player is Daniel Caligiuri. Like he's okay as a player. We can't obviously see all his attributes, but he's not amazing. So I don't know why they always overperform like that, but Royce is the man of the match. 2 assists, 8 key passes, playing that trequartista role, which he hasn't played so far this season. So it's good to see him do well in that position. If we look forward about when we'll be back, I forgot to say we did get Inter Milan in the Champions League first knockout round. So not a great draw for a team to win your group, top of your group, and then get Inter Milan. That sucks. That really sucks. We could have gotten some easy games, but no, we get Inter Milan instead. I mean, they always say you got to beat good teams to win the Champions League, so might as well play the good teams now. Got Leverkusen in the DFB Pokal third round as well. Another kind of unfortunate draw. We've not been getting lucky with our draws so far. I mean, Genoa was a lucky draw, but other than that, getting Real Madrid in our group stage, rest of them are easy enough, but having to beat Real Madrid is always hard. We were able to do it, but when will we come back? I want to come back for an Inter Milan, but I still want to come back for Bayern Munich. I might play a fair way into this season, go into March, and come back for the Bayern Munich in the second leg against Inter Milan. Because if I come back for this first leg, I'm just going to play like one game in between. And I'd like to have a little bit bigger break between games than that, just so we can advance the series a little bit quicker. I mean, I'd like to come back from Bayer Leverkusen, but I'm not too fussed about the DFB Pokal. So yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll come back for Bayern Munich and Inter Milan. Play a fair few games, get into the season, finish the transfer window. Hopefully there's going to be more signings to bring you. I'm going to try. Mohamed Hadarin is an option. I scouted him, and it said that he might be willing to sell him. Go back to our 2020 signings. Hadarin for a reasonable price, 18 to 37 million, so pretty big gap in there, but if it's closer to the 18 and less of the 37, that could be a definite signing. I don't know what his potential is yet, so I'm going to wait until I get a full scout report on him. He's my number one on my priority list, so if you don't know how to do that, if you go to scouting and go to scout priorities, you can click a player and click prioritize assignment. He'll go to the top, so he's the first one the scouts will go after and look at. Got Boving, who I'm thinking about bringing in on a free on Pier 2. Adeyemi, Pinheiro, Bello, Thielman, Magno. Those are the main guys I'm looking at for this season to bring in. So we'll see how their scout reports come back. See if I'm going to be signing any new players. But I'll let you know the next time we come back. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. Links to all my socials are also in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.